Okay, so the number one thing that everybody's always nervous about, which is the Melee changes that they promised for Melee 3.0, right? Now, one thing I'm going to do for you guys today is that I'm going to go over it and kind of break it down, basically from my perspective on how I see it. Now, Melee for me has not always been like the go-to thing. But Rio, you use a Zenny Star. I do, but if you notice, I don't swing Melee too much. It was always too clunky, especially how they lock you into combos. So that's always been a thing for me. So yo guys, what's going on? Life of Rio here. One of the main and most beautiful thing I would definitely say about the Melee change is the fact that you can actually cancel between combos. I don't think most people really understand how universally beautiful that is and how much it increases your survivability in missions. Because certain combos get you locked in, enemies are shooting at you, you wouldn't be able to actually get out the way, but now you actually can, and you can stop, bullet jump, go invisible, you can cancel it, use your abilities. I think that's a freaking beautiful thing. When I actually heard the dev stream and actually heard what they were going towards with move canceling, I loved it, because I know I had a stream with me, Mogamu, and Rob, and we were talking about that a couple months ago, and we vented about it. Rebecca came in the stream, so I'm so happy that something like that actually got introduced. It was one of the biggest gripes for me with Melee, so that right there is a super plus. I love it. Now, the Melee combo is basically universal. With all types, basically on how you do the combos. Now you block, you can go into a closing gap combo, so they have a really good balance on it. I would definitely say one of the other most frustrating things to me was basically how Melee was, and that was the pressing 2 times, pause, doing a combo. When you use things like Berserker and things like that, it was really obnoxious at really high level once you get Berserker fully going to actually keep up a combo, you know. So the way how to do it now seems a lot more fluent. It seems like it's going together, and I can't get mad, you know. Once a pot of gumbo's looking good, I'm gonna eat it later, you know what I'm saying? So it's looking really nice. Those are key things that I definitely wanted to point out, and I feel like it's going in the right direction, especially with universal combos and actually move canceling animations. Move canceling animations, man, it was the bane of my existence, you know what I'm saying? Now, the other thing that I want to go over is the new thing, which is now air combos. Air combos are a little bit new. Remember one time you just jump in the air, and then once you jumped in the air, that was it, right? You just do one hit, your character goes, and then your character drops. But the annoying thing about air combos from how it how it is now, I should say, is when you do an air combo in the air, well, when you swing your weapon in the air and you come down, you have a moment of delay to where you can't move. I hope that is fixed, and that's why I never really pressed it. So now you can do air combos. Honestly, I mean, it's cool, but if we speaking from a place of honesty, I don't know what it's for, really, too much. I mean, I'm glad to have it. I really am. I'm just hoping that we get air enemies to where we can do combos on. And is it going in the direction of some Devil May Cry stuff? You know, Bayonetta, you know how you hit an enemy in the air and you can do some crazy combos on them? I'm just saying, are we going to have air units to where we can do that on? Garuda look like she'll have some really lit freaking air combos. You know what I'm saying? So now you can add heavy attacks in between any regular combos. Now, you guys remember the channeling button? I mean, of course, we all still use it now. Actually, no, we don't. But once you press the channeling button of what it's supposed to be, because channeling is going to switch to heavy attacks now. So once you're doing a combo and you build up a little bit, you can hit the channeling button, and that's going to do a heavy attack for you. Now, I mean, it's cool. It's kind of like that's a good way on how to combo. You know, that's a good way on how to combo. And I was looking at it, I was like, okay, it's pretty easy. It's fluent. It goes together. It doesn't look bad. You know, it does not look bad. Especially for how worried everybody was. I think it's starting out at a good place. And the reason why I can give them even more credit is because they said it's only like 50% done. So 50% looking really nice right now, okay? 50% is looking way better than the 100% that we got right now. So I'm kind of liking that, right? Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is range adjustment for all melee weapons. I remember Rebecca saying that Prime Reach and other melee mods going to be changed, right? Now, here's what I think. You guys let me know in the comment section, right? I feel like Prime Reach should have a flat value to how it increases all melee weapons. The problem with melee weapons is that melee melee weapons, sometimes some weapons have a negative response to prime reach. Like let's say a Fang Prime, you put prime reach on a Fang Prime, you don't really gain anything because it's such a bad weapon, like with range, so the value on prime reach doesn't help it out. I feel like there should be a flat range increase for all weapons. Like prime reach, you put it on, it's going to increase it the same way every single weapon. It shouldn't scale down, you know what I'm saying? So you guys let me know what you feel about that prime reach having a flat number to where it just increases all weapons the same exact way, and it doesn't matter if the weapon has reach or not, because the really important thing in Warframe is having reach. I don't think you guys understand that. I know a lot of new players are like, oh, prime reach is a dumb mod. You're just not a smart kid. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to really look at it and think about it. Like prime reach increases DPS. It increases kills per second. It does some ridiculante type stuff because range is going to hit multiple enemies, which is then going to reduce the amount of enemies that you need to kill, because Warframe is not really much of a single target game. It's like it's a horde shooter, you know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to kill as much enemies as quick as possible. So you want to pay attention to something like that. Now, one of the dopest things that I saw when they were testing it is blocking adds to your combo counter. And I was looking at it like, yo, that's lit, because when I was seeing Rebecca was blocking, it was actually going up really, really fast. And I was like, oh, that's kind of lit, because blocking in Warframe never really gave you any incentives. Like, come on, fam. You think I'm gonna sit there and block with all the other things coming in with the cheating amount of damage that that the enemies do to Warframes? Now, blocking at an earlier level seems like something you would do as a tactic to build up the combo counter really, really fast if there's not even enough enemies to go around and kill. So I think that's really dope. And the good thing is that it does not consume energy anymore, which was so annoying for it to consume energy in the first place while channeling. It was really, really obnoxious. Now it doesn't consume any type of energy, and I think that sets up a different type of gameplay for you to actually go in and set up different tactics with different weapons, and I feel like that's a good way to increase damage too. So when I saw it, I liked it a lot. I was very, very impressed with something like that when I saw it. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is going to be the new heavy slam. Now you can heavy slam the same way, which is just, you know, doing a regular jump and then aiming down and slamming the ground, or you can bullet jump higher in the air and kind of hold it, and you can charge up like a freaking Voltron, He-Man type double ultra combo Pokemon slam. You can do all of that together, and you hold it in the air and you kind of decide to where it is you would like to land. Now hold up, let's bring it back a little bit. You guys know I'm all about mechanics. That is my number one thing. I play this game like a freaking gnome on skates. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty quick when I play with mechanics. Now the thing that I want to say about the new hold slam, now first off, I'm gonna give them credit. It looks nice, and second, you do not have to do it. You're not forced to do it, okay? But I just want to say one thing. When we think about new mechanics and things like that, when we're putting into the game and you're in the air charging an attack, it better be some substantial damage for me to do it. I'm just saying, there's no way I should bullet jump in the air, hold out my Voltron blade, and then come down, and then all it did was ragdoll the enemy and didn't give me any crazy damage. That's all I'm saying. Because the bad thing about that when it comes to mechanics is that you're in the air charging an attack, and the enemy's gonna be like, wow, he dumb, bow, shot, you dead. You know what I'm saying? Your friends like, bro, what happened? I'll try to charge my attack. Like, why would you do that when it's like an hour in and they're looking at you like, I don't know why you would do that. Like, that's craziness, you know? So when you look at that, is for a charge attack like that, if it's not gonna have crazy substantial damage, I feel like while you're holding it in the air for at least 2 seconds, you should be invincible. Invincibility is not going to give you anything. It's not going to change the way how you play. It's not going to cheat the game. It is simple for you to actually get the attack off, because enemies are just going to look at you and they're just going to shoot you and kill you. Remember, jumping in the air really, really quick reduces 20% of incoming damage. Not reduce, accuracy, I should say. Messes up the enemy's accuracy. So when you stop in the air, the enemy gets all their accuracy back and you're just going to die. That nullifier that's like 7,000 miles away is about to American sniper you all the way in the void from Pluto. That's just what I'm saying, you know? And I just think it's a weird way to actually look at it. I mean, it's a good functionality and I think it looks really nice. I just think that's something that we should add in. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is the flat value, okay? The flat value is basically how much damage are we going to get since the combo counter doesn't add to overall the way how it works now, I should say, which is basically giving you that 3 times damage, that 3.5 damage. How is that flat value going to be added to all melee weapons? Now, Scott said he kind of wanted to do a 3 value. A 3 value is going to be a lot depending on the type of player you are. Now, listen, I don't want to hear your ignorance in the comment section. I'm literally trying to be non-biased right now. I'm trying to speak from a neutral point of view, okay? You guys got to think about other people's playstyle. Don't think just because you play one way means that it's going to be good for everybody else. And because it sounds good to you doesn't mean it sounds good to everybody else. We want to get it all great for everybody, right? Now, if you play nothing but melee and the other guy doesn't play melee, a 3-time value to you if you only use melee might not seem like it's too much. But to the other guy who doesn't play melee, it's going to be like, oh my god, dude, that's going to be so broken. I'm going to get to like 12 hit combos now and I'm going to wreck everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about from the player base. So a 3-time added value of 3 times more damage to all weapons. I don't know how it's going to sound, or how does a 2 times damage sound? I don't know what the number is that they're going to go with, but what's a good number for you to actually balance out, because the melee combo counter is what makes melee so ridiculously powerful anyway, getting all that extra damage. So what is a good flat number for them to give it? Now, I just want there to be transparency, because I'm gonna tell you this part is important. If you guys can actually go ahead and timestamp this part in the comment section so people can actually hear it, it would be amazing. Now, this part is important to me. The part that's important is I want Warframe to have some transparency when it comes to the numbers of what's actually being added as an overall base value to the damage system with the new melees, right? Now that's added in with the melee combo counter. How much extra damage are we going to get since we're losing the combo counter for adding to our overall damage? And when I say transparency, meaning that a lot of you guys are casuals, okay? We all know this. A lot of you only want to color inside the lines. You don't even care about mechanics in the game. You just want more color pencils. Mom, Space Mom, please let me get more. Okay, I know a lot of people don't. So when Warframe says that they put out an update and this is what it is, I want there to be numbers behind it to let us know how much it is, because I've already screenshotted all my numbers on all my favorite melee weapons. I've recorded the videos of how much damage I'm doing, and I'm ready for the update so I can test it to see, okay, am I doing this around this time? Am I doing this around this time? So I can calculate so I don't look crazy out here, you know? That's just one of the things that I am looking for, and I want it to actually make sense with the transparency to let us understand what it is that we're getting, and I don't want it to be like a little stealth nerf. Like, don't stealth nerf it in a way, you feel me? So that's one thing that I'm looking for, is transparency. A lot of players don't understand how to calculate numbers and how to, you know, understand like the killing speed and the kills per second of how the enemy should die, and if it's a nerf and if it's not a nerf. And I just want them to not really hold a blanket over everybody's eyes so we can understand. That's just what it is. That's just all I want. Transparency so we can understand. But listen, hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to do a different type of breakdown. Hope that you guys liked it. Please give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel so much if you guys did enjoy the video, or, you know, thought about Melee in a different way. So if you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I'll catch you guys later on the next Warframe video. Click the links in the description. You guys can follow me on all my social medias. Follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, man. You guys are lit. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Stay positive, homies. Stay positive. We're going to have another video coming out. And I got a video coming with the Rage mode. I wanted the new God of War Super Saiyan Bankai mode. I didn't want to put that into this video because this video I wanted to keep a little bit more serious, more to the point. And then that one I'll have the trolling in there with the dope stuff with some information. So love you guys. Take care.